The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
Welcome to the show. Hope you'll stay with us the entire show. Very, very big, important announcement about the future of the David Pakman Show coming up a little later. We will also go live to Fort Meade, Maryland, where the Bradley Manning trial is now in its second day. That's coming up later, though, Lewis. Not yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, please.
Okay.
A new survey, which is going to be in the New England Journal of Medicine, says that an overwhelming majority of doctors would approve the use of medical marijuana. 76% of doctors saying they would prescribe, or they would be okay with medical marijuana being prescribed in certain cases. So the way this was done was doctors were given a hypothetical case, a specific case of a 68-year-old woman with breast cancer, which had spread to her lungs, chest, and spine, and they were asked whether she should be prescribed marijuana to help ease symptoms, and 76% of respondents said yes. Now, this isn't just in the U.S. That's the interesting thing. This gives us a much broader view of the perspective on medical marijuana from around the world. The survey included responses from around 1,500 doctors in 72 countries, and 56 different states and provinces in North America. Also, 118 doctors wrote specific comments about their decisions on the survey. Now, marijuana is the most commonly used illegal drug in the U.S. It's currently legal with a doctor's prescription, right, as so-called medical marijuana in 19 states and the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. And then recently, we talked about this right after the 2012 election, Washington and Colorado have legalized marijuana for recreational purposes through a popular vote. Now, each U.S. state and province with at least 10 respondents had over 50% support for medical marijuana, except for one state, Lewis, that is the state of Utah. Utah, only 1% of the 76 respondents in Utah voted to support medicinal marijuana. 1%. Do you think it's a religious thing? Is it Mormon connected? I'm not sure. I know that there's a Mormon presence, and they, of course, are against any substances up to and including marijuana. But are there so many that it made it a 1% yes response? That's unbelievable.
I mean, I know Utah is a very strange place. They have poor education, and there are a lot of very religious people in Utah, not just Mormons.
Right.
But I can't say for sure.
In Pennsylvania, 96% of the 107 votes cast were in support of medicinal marijuana from physicians. We have to say that we are going in the right direction, right? I mean, I know that the pharma industrial scene really doesn't like this, and they're going crazy. They're scrambling to figure out, well, hold on a second, this thing's going to be legal? We got to figure out, we need like the THC pill, and we need to keep the plant illegal. Remember when they were scrambling to do that? It's just such an obvious cash grab or kind of a cash loss prevention tactic because of all the money that could be lost potentially if medical marijuana becomes more widespread.
Yeah, they're on total damage control right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything they can do to get you away from medical marijuana, unless, of course, they can use the patent system, which, of course, is incredibly, takes advantage of so many of the commons and common resources, and then allows for-profit corporations to basically just profit after using the commons for R&D from something which is a public health issue. Incredible stuff that's going on.
And to charge, obviously astronomical amounts of money for things that should be, they cost them pennies.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.